Welcome everybody, and today I'm gonna go through Valhalla as a game to try and get a clear, defined view of what it's going to be. For those who are curious, this is gonna be quite good. But for me, it's more just I wanna make this video, and then in a while I'm going to look back at it and see what has changed. This is just to get my original view on it, because it already has changed in the process. Because it was going to be a full World of Warcraft sort of RPG from the beginning, but that changed now, which I'm very confident, or like I'm very comfortable with that. What it changed, I think it's going to be better now. Alright, so first thing, let me just go through the basics of the game design document, and I will tell you what Valhalla really is. So it's a survival game with RPG elements, so it's definitely going to be survival focused. It's going to be a big part survival, but also some quests and stuff on the side. By survival I mean it's going to be hunger, thirst, health, stamina. You're going to have to hunt food, you're going to have to drink. There will be base building, one thing from the future that I'm gonna start working on soon when I get the animal AI complete, or not complete, but get it at a comfortable stage. Right now there's some things more about the hunting and escaping that's not working, but we're gonna fix that. So there's gonna be base building, animal hunting, that's what I was gonna go into. So you'll have to hunt, but I also want you to be able to have animal pets and mounts. As you saw in like one of the first videos I ever posted of the game, I'm riding a moose. That I want to be able to do, so taming basically. But yeah, there's going to be base building, so it's going to be claiming land, basically building up your tribe and living the life as a Viking sort of thing, trying to survive and building up your little settlement there. I don't think I'm gonna go fully fledged online. I mean, that I'll see how difficult that is. So what I'm thinking is co-op, which is basically I'm thinking up to like 5 people working in the same world, or fully fledged online, because that I know that will be more fun. Get some PvP in there. So there's definitely gonna be a combat system. The combat system is something I'm gonna have to work on in the future, which sucks because I've worked on them before and they are not fun to do. I want to have raid camps / settlements. Some spots in the world where there are AI opponents that you have to fight and take over, and you'll get rewards from these raids sort of thing. I want walking vendors, just to liven up the game a little. Sort of like in Minecraft, but I want that function because I think it's a good function. I've written it down at least. I don't know what's gonna happen in the real version, but that seems like a fun thing to have. What I mean with arc leveling stats is that every time you level up, you can invest that level into your stats. It's hard to describe, but I've played a lot of Ark and I love that system. I think it's very good and balanced because it's up to each player to choose and invest what they want to invest in, or what stat they want to invest in. I want to have a realistic environment, so that entails weather, maybe seasons, is something that I'm up for. Seasons. I want to have caves. So this is just about the environment. Day-night cycle, of course. I'm also thinking about implementing some northern lights into that. In the far future, I would like to have mod creation implementation. So basically, outside creators can implement mods for the game. I've written that down just to remember it, basically, because I know that's way in the future. And then I've written a little thing here called further expansion, dwarven and elven lands, because that's something that excites the shit out of me. That sounds like a lot of fun. branching out to new places and worlds and missions and people, which I think is very fun. Alright, going into some mechanics of the game. I've made a list of threats that I want to have in the game. So first, players, other players. I want to have PvP in some way, and I want players to keep you on edge, as all multiplayer PvP games do. Then I have elements like cold and warmth, which is basically survival elements, is what I'm pointing at. Predators, like wolves and bears and stuff like that. I want to have Norse creatures in the game, so bosses, basically. I'm classified that as bosses. But yeah, Norse creatures, like giants and stuff like that. I also want to have, I think I want to have winter implemented. So, you know, winter are the hard times. You're gonna have to stack up in for the winter, which I think could be very interesting. Alright, next game mechanic I want to have is inventory. Now the inventory, what I want is a tile-based inventory. So what I'm showing you on screen, every item takes up a certain tile. Now that will put some pressure on inventory management. Since it's a survival game, I want it to be a little realistic. So it won't be you can't carry super much, but you can make more backpacks and stuff. So I want to have some crafting involved, and also building is in this category. Of course, you're gonna craft the building stuff, and it's gonna be great. Then I want to have character customization, of course, which I've already started on, or which I already have a basic system, but I also want it. I want to further that with more hair and beards, and you're gonna be a female too, of course. So there's a lot to do there, but that's a very exciting. Creating your own character is like one of my top things in new games. Animals. Animals is the last video, basically. But I can go through some of the AI that I want. So I want to have, you know, the whole Scandinavian genre of animals would be moose, wolf, rabbits, bears, crows. You get the feeling. The Norse type of animals. They're gonna have a health, stamina, and food. So if they get tired, they slow down. The hungrier they get, the bigger the hunting radius gets, so they don't die. But I've talked about this in the last video, so go look at that one if you would like to know more about the animal AI. And then also I want a combat system, but I haven't worked on that very much. So I can't tell you much about that right now. That will probably be a video sometime in the future, when I get to that. But yeah, that's it as of now for Valhalla. And also, I'm calling it Valhalla now. That might change. Valhalla is a very mainstream name, but maybe if I nab that mainstream name will be the name of my game. Because it's gonna be a mainstream game. Yeah, we'll see about that. If you have any suggestions about the name, please write down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.